It was not just for the money. I hope you plan on also blessing other people's lives. Imagine if someone comes to your booth on that day of the event and they just needed someone to tell them that they're beautiful. Okay? Imagine the people that you can bless while you're there. You are there to meet new people. And you might quite possibly meet someone that is in a struggling financially and is in a situation that they want to get out of, and you can sign them up. You can sponsor them, and you can teach them how to get going and be more independent. So I will say right now that at almost every single vendor event I've done, I've gotten a recruit. If any of my girls on my team that are watching, you probably remember that you met me at a vendor event and I messaged you later, or you watched my video later, my live video later, and we connected and you decided that this is something that you want to do. So you have people watching you even if they are not shopping with you. I have vendors looking at me all the time like, what's she so happy about? Is she really making that much money? That jewelry's just $5. I'm allergic to that stuff anyway. Like they're like peeking, but then they're like trying not to look and then peeking. So while you're at the event, you want to create your own light and have fun. It's not like conceitedness, it's confidence, okay? I can say that I'm going to go to every single event and I'm going to rock this place. Like, it is going to be great. I don't care how many people walk through that door. I will walk up to someone I've had an event where I had someone across the table from me that looked sad that people weren't shopping, and I created a relationship with her. She had no reason to ever wear jewelry. I got her on my Facebook and she has shared several of my live videos, and who knows where that goes, and that continues to build. I have become friends with several other vendors, and I have had LuLaRoe consultants say that they want to come buy a necklace from me just to throw on their mannequin for their display because they didn't bring a necklace. You just never know. You can go and just have conversation and be wonderful. So create your own light. Hey, I need it quiet. Create your own light. Do not get distracted. Oh my goodness. Like, I know there are slow moments in vendor events and sometimes no one's really walking by your booth, but you really should not let a single person walk past your booth without you talking to them. Do not sit behind a table at all. You should have a chair and you're sitting just like this to where the person is right next to you when they go to look at your jewelry. If you're sitting behind a table, you're creating a wall so that you can be socially awkward and not talk to them. Well, you're going to learn how to get out of your bubble because you paid for this event and you are going to get your money's worth by meeting new people. So get out from behind the table, okay? So do not get distracted. Yes, there are slow moments, but you do not. I can tell you so many times, I told myself, should I just let that person walk by? They're not even looking at my booth. Do they even want jewelry? Hi, ma'am, have you heard of paparazzi before? And then she's like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, can I see your necklace? And then, they walk a little closer. And I started having a conversation with her. She said that she had a pair of something that broke. She had a pair of earrings or something that broke from a coworker. And I said, oh, well, that's okay. I always replace the jewelry that breaks. And I can definitely replace yours if you have any issues. No problem. Oh, well, she didn't offer that to me. She got to looking, we got to shopping. I tried on some wrap bracelets on her. She bought $75 worth of jewelry. My goodness gracious. And I almost let her walk by my booth, just sitting there. And I was like, no, all right, I'm going to test this. Hello, ma'am, have you heard of paparazzi jewelry before? It's just $5. You don't need to cut them off, but sometimes they can be almost past your booth and it's still not too late. You could still be like, can I see your necklace? Just something. Get them to come over here. And so when you're getting distracted, I saw a consultant for a different company sitting on a laptop watching Friends during a vendor event. And I was like, are you kidding me? If anyone on my team is watching Friends while sitting at a vendor event, I'm going to do not do that. All right? You really shouldn't also be on your phone. If you need to make a video or something about your event on Facebook, that's great because your customers should know how hard you're busting your butt hauling your jewelry to go do other events, and that's why you're not able to respond to all of their needs. So if you need to do a live video, maybe answer a couple questions, maybe take some pictures. I don't even know. But really, you don't even need to be on your phone. Okay? It creates a wall to where people aren't even wanting to have a conversation with you. They're gonna be like, ooh, I can just skip right past this one. I don't have to listen to her sales pitch. Okay? Do not get distracted. Stay positive. I can also tell you, there have been so many times when it's gotten really slow. There's only an hour left of the event, and I haven't even made my booth feedback. And I'm like, And I start looking around, and all of us are kind of like, oh, this was a lot of work. Was it really worth it? What are we supposed to do? And then I snap out of it. I'm like, nope, we got an hour left. We aren't finished here, and I'm going to sell 10 more pieces of jewelry. And I get up, and I go do it, and you can't believe how much I can turn my event around in the last hour. Like the last hour, I'll just find my prime people, or people that are just looking for conversation. And they're like, man, everybody at this vendor event is kind of grouchy. Like, that lady got mad that I picked up that purse and didn't buy it. I was just trying to look. And then you come and you're just happy and smiling and having a conversation like, wow, finally someone that's smiling and is nice. I think I'm going to buy some jewelry today. Okay? You can change and make or break that last hour that you have. Do not let yourself get in a rut. Okay? Stay positive. Also, eat and drink. I also forgot to say about leading up to the event. Try and plan your food ahead. If you can pack a lunch, that would be fantastic. Something that has nutrients in it. Because I can tell you, with all the events I have done, putting the jewelry in the van, taking the jewelry out, selling to customers, getting disappointed, things like that, that is not a big deal. The hardest thing about the event is when I'm going to leave and I am so fatigued. I'm dehydrated, I'm hungry, and I'm just like, I've used this motivation and excitement, and I've burnt out all this energy, and all I ate was like a hot dog at the event that cost me $9. Okay, so if you can, plan a nutritious meal for yourself. Sometimes I've done events where I'm there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So if I don't plan ahead, then I'm just making myself miserable. And then by the time you get home, you're like, oh, that was hard. When really it wasn't that hard. It was that you didn't take care of yourself. I didn't take care of myself. That's like the hardest thing I do with events. So that's why I'm making sure I teach you guys how to do it the right way. You can pay for food when you get there, but I promise you it will not be as nutritious as you were hoping for. And you might end up spending half of what your booth fee was on the food there, okay? Chips and cheese, it's not gonna make you feel good. And then if you have a 2-hour drive, and you buy a soda at McDonald's on your way home to get you home, you're going to feel like crap when you get home. And then you're going to be grouchy at your husband, and your husband's going to say, why do you even do those things? And you're going to say, I don't know, and you're never going to do another one again. Okay? All right. At the end of an event, you need to follow up within at least 48 hours. Shoot, if you can do it on the drive home, you got someone else driving, or before you even go to bed. Facebook says if you go to your friends, and then go to recents, it shows you everybody that you made a friend with that day. And you message them and you say, thank you so much for stopping by my booth. It was great meeting you today. And that's it. That's it. And then they might respond and be like, it was great meeting you as well. And you can even have a small conversation about whatever you talked about at your booth. If you had a real conversation with them, you'll know what to say. And then it's gonna help your Facebook algorithms because you're gonna be on Facebook Messenger. You're going to be having a conversation with them. And then you're going to do a live video. I do this to myself every time. If I add 50 new people on my Facebook page and I don't go live for 2 weeks, they're going to be long gone, done, forgotten about me. And if they see my live video, they're going to be like, I've seen that girl before, but I don't remember where. And they're going to scroll right past you. If you go live within 48 hours of meeting those new people, they're going to hop on your live video and be like, hey, that's the girl I met. Yeah. Oh my gosh, she does got some cute stuff. Ooh, this is fun. And they're going to click in. And then if you remember their profile picture, you remember their name, you remember part of the conversation you had with them, and you're like, hey, Susan, I remember you said you like turquoise. Do you want to see the turquoise bracelet? And they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so special. And they're going to feel so good, and they're going to start clicking on all your videos. All right? So look at how much you can get from this one event. I don't care how many people walk through that door. I've done an event where there was on St. Patrick's Day. There was a parade going on that blocked the road to get to the hotel where the event was at, and maybe 20 people walked through the door. Okay? I've had one girl sign up from that event, and I've had like 3 or 4 long-term customers from it, and I sold jewelry for an entire wedding at that event. I met a LuLaRoe consultant that has supported me, shared my videos, bought jewelry from me, hosted parties with me, and I don't regret that event at all. There was a lot of grouchy vendors, but I made the best of it with my attitude. If you go into a vendor event with a bad attitude and like, Monica said that I better do a vendor event before I give up, so I'm here. Well, just don't even bother. Just go. Just go. Because your grouchiness is going to rub off onto somebody else, and you're supposed to be here to bless people. And if you want to be a grouch, then you just sit your butt in bed and don't leave. Okay? All right. I love you guys so much. I hope this helped. And you guys go rock your vendor events. Also, don't overwork yourself. You don't need to do like 10 vendor events in a month. I know that October, November, December is great selling months. I'm going to encourage you right now that October, November, December are great sales months, okay? So here's the trick. Do vendor events in July, August, September. Do vendor events in July, August, and September. And then when these months hit, you can sit at home and sell to those people. And I tell you what, they buy so much. They buy so much, you're going to run